Hey guys, Joe here at ECRM's Baby and Infant Session in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm with Kristin Gorski from Nielsen, who gave a great presentation yesterday. And so thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So here we're going to talk about just a few key takeaways from the presentation, which we will share with you as well. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was you mentioned the difference between, when it comes to shopping for baby and infant products, you have two key groups. You got the parents, but the grandparents, and each of them are a little bit different in how they make purchases. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we see just because of lifestyle stages that sometimes and in a lot of cases, the grandparents have a little bit more disposable income. So a lot of times they're going to be more of a splurge purchaser, a premium purchaser versus a parent, which is going to be everyday, maybe low price, very consistent on the type of items they're going to purchase. So we have two different buyers that we can target as a manufacturer. And so you have to kind of think about that when you're going to market with your items as well. And kind of think about, is your product an everyday product for the family, or is it a nice to have versus a need to have?
Gotcha. So it seems that the parents are the ones that are doing the need to haves, and then the grandparents, who typically are boomers now.
Yes.
They're the ones that are they spoil the kids.
They are. That's their job.
That's why everybody always runs to the grandparents when they want the extras. So cool. And then another point that you brought up was that dollars were up, but frequency is flat, right?
Yeah, units are flat, frequency is a little flat. And a lot of that just means we have less items that are passing over the scanners in brick and mortar. But the dollars are up, so we're seeing higher price points, maybe larger packages, but it also means that we probably have on some of those larger packages, some of that's going to subscription services, and people are migrating maybe to online or leaking to online.
So like an Amazon Dash button or something.
Anything that's direct to consumer with all the subscription services. So as we're going to market, you need to kind of think about that too. Who is your shopper? Do we need to position our products and package our products to be more of a quick pick? Or do we want to package them as a retailer and really target that DTC consumer and look for larger packages?
Gotcha. And you know what? Just as an aside, another thing you mentioned I thought was interesting is with package sizing and tailoring it. You think suppliers need to start tailoring that to the types of retailers going to deal with?
Yeah, so diapers, for example, there's an opportunity with convenience stores, but a convenience store doesn't want a 40-pack.
No.
You 5-pack, 3-pack, it's usually a quick pick. Versus if we go to Costco, a Walmart, maybe even the dollar store, those are going to be larger format or even larger format stores. That's where you want to have your larger pack sizes.
So it's important to keep that in mind. If you're a supplier, you got to develop your pack sizes according to the retail channel and the type of consumers that they're going to get. So like in my case, I have a small apartment in New York. There's no way I can go buy a 24 roll of paper towels, or I have no kids either, so I don't have to worry about that.
No storage space.
No.
Those are the type of things you have to take into account when you're going to maybe a city Target to try to push your items.
Okay, good to know. And last point I wanted to discuss was you mentioned, we were talking about private label and branded, and you showed us the data. It was interesting in that, the branded might be spiking, and then the private label, and then the brand. So, and you had a great explanation for why that was happening.
Typically, private label is in a very innovative space. It's more a follow the leader. So you'll see maybe some innovation on the branded side. Some branded products do really well. Retailers see that. And the private label, maybe manufacturers see that. And so what they do is they kind of go and copy that.
Yeah.
So you'll see some switching. Retailers will play with it a little bit. You always see a little bit of fluctuation. Obviously, price points are usually going to be a little bit lower on a private label. But typically, it's a follow the leader in terms of the innovation. And that's why you're going to see the fluctuations between what is the contribution to the overall category in terms of share for private label and branded.
I think that's actually a good thing because it makes sure that everybody keeps upping their game.
That's what we would like to see.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that information. Thank you for the great presentation. And we'll have information about and download to your slides in the post. So thanks again.
Thanks, Joe.
All right.